The United States Air Force has taken a significant and deliberate step forward in the evolution of military aviation training by moving to integrate an advanced augmented reality system into one of its most widely used fighter jets, the F-16 Fighting Falcon. This effort is centered around the adoption of the Airborne Tactical Augmented Reality System, ATARS, a technology developed by the company Red 6. The introduction of ATARS into the F-16 cockpit marks a turning point in how fighter pilots are prepared for modern combat scenarios. It moves beyond traditional models of training, incorporating immersive digital environments into actual flight operations to improve readiness, adaptability, and tactical decision-making in the air. ATARS is not simply a new simulation tool, it represents a conceptual and practical shift in training philosophy. For years, pilot training has depended on a combination of classroom instruction, fixed-base simulators, and live training exercises involving multiple aircraft. While these methods have proven effective, they also come with limitations. Live training missions require the availability of other pilots, aircraft, and open airspace, all of which are costly and constrained by safety, logistics, and scheduling. Simulators, though useful for many types of instruction, cannot fully replicate the physical sensations, operational variables, or emotional stress associated with real flight. ATARS addresses these gaps by placing a pilot in a live flight environment and layering it with realistic, responsive virtual elements. These elements include enemy aircraft, missiles, or tactical objectives that react in real time to the pilot's actions. What makes ATARS particularly notable is its ability to deliver a high level of immersion without sacrificing safety or performance. The system is integrated into a helmet-mounted display that allows the pilot to see synthetic threats overlaid on the actual environment outside the aircraft. This approach ensures that the pilot is still operating in the real world, feeling the G-forces, managing fuel, and navigating real terrain, while simultaneously training against threats that are dynamic, intelligent, and unpredictable. Unlike passive simulations or scripted scenarios, the virtual opponents generated by ATARS are able to adapt to the pilot's behavior, forcing constant situational awareness and decision-making under pressure. The technical foundation of ATARS is based on low-latency architecture, meaning there is little to no delay between the pilot's movements or inputs and the system's responses. This is a critical feature, as even slight lag in a fast-paced aerial engagement could undermine training or introduce confusion. Furthermore, the system does not rely on a constant network connection, making it suitable for use in environments where communications may be degraded or unavailable. This flexibility opens the door for training in areas that were previously limited by range instrumentation, air traffic restrictions, or mission security concerns. From a data perspective, ATARS offers another advantage. The system collects structured information during every training session, tracking pilot actions, reaction times, decision-making processes, and engagement outcomes. This allows for a far more detailed and objective assessment of a pilot's performance compared to traditional debriefing methods. Instead of relying solely on instructor judgment or pilot memory, commanders and trainers can now access detailed analytics to understand how pilots are progressing, where they struggle, and what adjustments may be needed in their training programs. Over time, this kind of data can also support broader efforts to improve tactics, optimize mission planning, and refine aircraft systems. The F-16 itself is a logical choice for the first operational integration of this technology. It is one of the most widely used fighter aircraft in the U.S. inventory and has a long history of upgrades and modifications to keep pace with evolving threats and technologies. The aircraft's flight control systems, performance envelope, and mission versatility make it well suited for the type of adaptive training scenarios ATARS enables. Its agility, high-speed capability, and ability to perform a variety of mission profiles mean that training in the F-16, especially when enhanced with augmented reality, can cover a broad spectrum of tactical scenarios. The development and integration of ATARS are being overseen by the Air Combat Command and the Air Force Research Laboratory, two organizations responsible for shaping the Air Force's combat capabilities and technological innovation. Their involvement underscores the seriousness of the program and the Air Force's intent to incorporate emerging technologies that can keep pace with the demands of modern aerial warfare. The decision to move forward with integrating this system into an operational fighter, not just a training aircraft, signals that the Air Force sees AR-based training as essential for preparing pilots for complex, fast-changing environments. While the official announcement of the contract came in August 2025, no additional public information has been released regarding the system's deployment timeline, testing milestones, or initial operational units. It is likely that the next phases will involve flight testing under controlled conditions, integration into a limited number of aircraft, and evaluation from experienced instructors and pilots. These steps are necessary to ensure the system performs as expected under the real-world stresses of flight and does not interfere with safety, avionics, or mission execution. It is important to note that the integration of a system like ATARS is not merely a software update or hardware installation. It involves adjustments to pilot training doctrines, mission planning tools, maintenance procedures, and operational standards. Pilots must be trained not only in how to use the system but also in how to interpret the virtual threats it presents and how to distinguish them from real-world elements. Instructors must learn how to evaluate performance within this new environment, and support crews must understand how to maintain and troubleshoot a system that includes both physical and digital components. At a broader level, the use of augmented reality in military aviation is part of a larger shift toward multi-domain operations, in which air, land, sea, space, and cyberspace elements are expected to work together in a coordinated way. The ability to simulate parts of these domains within a live training flight gives pilots experience in more interconnected scenarios, potentially including collaborative missions with other manned or unmanned platforms. This capability is becoming increasingly important as threats evolve to include a wider variety of actors, technologies, and tactics. The U.S. Air Force's move to adopt ATARS for the F-16 represents a serious investment in next-generation training. It combines the physical realism of live flight with the tactical complexity of simulated combat, offering a unique and powerful tool to prepare pilots for future missions. While the program is still in its early stages and detailed outcomes are not yet available, its direction is clear. Modern air combat training will increasingly rely on digital augmentation to enhance realism, improve safety, reduce cost, and support better decision-making under pressure. This approach not only reflects the growing complexity of aerial warfare, but also redefines how pilots learn, adapt, and remain mission-ready in an ever-changing strategic environment.